The outstanding moment for me when I realized that culture is essential for the identity of a nation was when I had my action study in Brazil last July. Being an action student was a massive responsibility for me. Why? Because I was a representative of my country. Whatever I did, whatever I said, whatever I behaved, it shows the characteristics of Indonesian. That time, I tried to show my best. I tried to show that Indonesians are warm, friendly, and welcome to everyone. But later on, I thought, why did I not realize it earlier? Why should it take me first to become an action student until I realize? Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to become an action student or probably an ambassador or might be a traveler to protect and keep that Indonesian culture in your soul. We are all the representatives of Indonesia. Culture is not only an identity of a nation, but it shapes your identity and characteristics. It shows who you are. Well, there are still a lot of misunderstandings in defining the definition of culture. Many people define culture in a narrow concept. They think culture as art, food, and traditions only. However, culture has a wide concept. If I can say, culture is a way of life. We should be proud of the richness and diversity of Indonesian culture. We have Pancasila as collective of good values that become the basic guidelines of our life. We also have those unique traditions, delicious food, wonderful dances and music, and etc. that we should protect in order to preserve it. Now, my question is, what if that culture is not protected and then get lost? It has a simple answer actually. No culture, no identity, or even worse, someone else claims our identity. You know, there have been several issues coming up in Indonesia. In 2010, one of the traditional musical instruments from West Java, angklung, was claimed by Malaysia as bambu Malay. Oh, not only that, based on the survey that was done in 2017, 53% of Indonesia citizens didn't memorize our national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Of course, it's a saddening and ironic truth for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a globalized world where everything can be reached with technology in a short time and people can be connected from everywhere. The other case about Indonesia's cultural existence is the loss of recognition and pride by Indonesian societies about our own culture. Nowadays, we are more interested in Western culture and feel proud about it, you're not gonna lie. Moreover, many people think that cultural heritage is no longer suitable in the present. It is considered to make us behind and prevent us from developing, they said. In fact, individualism is one of the impacts of westernization. The identity of mutual cooperation is now increasingly being faded by the emergence of individualism. The pretext of not wanting to get in people's trouble is that we are reluctant to sympathize with others. So, how do we overcome this? The era of globalization is something that cannot be avoided by countries in the world in various aspects of life. But it doesn't mean that we cannot protect our culture. The very first thing must come from ourselves. We need to reset our behavior. Remember that we were born here, we live with the wealth of Indonesia's natural resources. We must have the sense of responsibility to protect our culture. We can start this from the smallest things such as learning different ethnic languages or dances, also wearing batik in our daily lives, and many more things we can do. Move to the second solution, leverage technology to our advantage. Get the positive impacts of globalization as much as we can. With social media, we can raise the recognition of cultural existence by making a content, campaign, event, or even just a hashtag. For instance, Kulturnival is really great because its purpose is to increase our recognition of cultural heritage. Moreover, as a young generation, we have many ambitions, ideas, and imaginations in our mind that can lead to innovation. We can make a project that mixes Indonesian culture with the modern one, so everyone will be required to learn our culture, right? The final thing that we need to do is to think about easy ways that we can contribute to a very small actions repeatedly every day. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesian culture is our identity that makes us feel belong one to another and makes us know who we are. Let's get up and move together to maintain our identity. As simple as doing manners, you have contributed to maintain the value of Indonesia's cultural heritage. To close my speech, there is a beautiful Japanese term, gliak-gliak tumindak sareh pakoleh, which means efforts are made really slowly, but in the end, our goals will be achieved. I'm Kayla Nurfayza, and I believe if we all gather as one, if we care about the culture, if we start to take action now, we can maintain our identity. Thank you.